When calling for a motor out of inventory or replacing any type of a motor, the main things that we really need to know is if it is F1, F2, whether you're looking at the shaft, the box is on the left, or if you're looking at the shaft, the box is on the right. Sometimes it's not that critical. Other times it's very important that if this motor hangs right next to the side of a machine, that your conduit connections aren't going to be able to easily be identified or easily be connected. And that can be done at our facility when you call it, probably a lot easier than once you get it installed on the machine and then you find out that it's wrong. So if we know the difference between F1 and F2, we can definitely get you the motor that we need. The other thing is a lot of these motors back in the day, the manufacturer, we would order a motor with a C flange or a D flange. And it would be identified on the nameplate that way. So if you're just looking at the nameplate, you'd say, all right, I need a 143 TC. And we would know exactly what you want. But all the manufacturers now, in order to lower their inventory costs, they sell the OEMs, they sell the motor shops, they sell the power transmission houses, they sell them the parts, and then you go ahead and they have to be put on. Which is not a problem, except for if somebody doesn't identify it on the nameplate, and then you're going to end up in the middle of the night getting a motor that doesn't have a C flange, and it's not going to work, and you're going to put more downtime into the system. So we've got the difference between the C flange, the D flange, also the Y. Normally, or the Y is normally, that's going to be a brake, which is going to be mounted on the end of the motor, which could definitely be very critical also. The other thing that we do have is a Z frame. If you're looking at like a 215TZ, what that tells us in the middle of the night is that you have a special shaft. It doesn't designate whether it's long, it's short, it's square, whether there's double shafts out both sides. It needs to be actually physically identified in order to determine which motor it is that you need to be pulled out of inventory. So it's very critical that on a Z frame that we need to know either the application sometimes will help, or physically we might have to pick that motor up and do the repairs on it because it's definitely special.